Yo, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 7 Stop Anime Awards. Today, we're going to be looking at the nominees and winners for the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. Yeah. Make sure to, before we get into it, like and subscribe. We noticed about,
99.99999%.
Yeah, 99.999% of you aren't subscribed, so make sure to smash that subscribe bell, and then at the very end of the video, you need to pretty please click on the box, or we will come to your house and invade you and murder you.
Exactly.
So, anyway, today we're going to be talking about the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. Because as you might have seen, we do tend to like anime.
Yeah.
So
there's gonna be another video coming out pretty soon on Sekiro after this.
Yep. So we're just gonna go ahead and look at these. We've already looked at all these and voted for ours. Mm-hmm. And starting out with the first nomination, we have the best Japanese voice actor. And it goes to Eren in Attack on Titan Season 4, Part 1.
What do we think of this?
I could see that, but I'm still not like, oh, yes, this is great.
Part 2,
sure, but not
I don't think that he had, that... He didn't really have that much of an interesting performance in Season 4, Part 1, because he was mostly, emo talking.
I was like,
he didn't really have a lot of emotion. I don't really see that as the best voice actor.
Just because the guy who used to be all happy and cheery and loud went to emo doesn't mean it's a good voice actor.
Out of these nominees, we haven't seen Lupin the Third Part 6, whatever the heck that is.
No, I haven't seen Lupin the Third
and the Spider one. We haven't seen those, so we're not going to be able to comment on that. But from here, I'd probably say Gabby or Odokawa are the best ones.
Yeah, definitely.
Again, Odokawa is kind of another character that doesn't really emote a lot, so it's hard to say.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's tough.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm okay with this winner, but...
Yeah, it's alright.
It's good enough to
I'm
me.
not super
I mean, I'm not going to
invested in one of these winning.
I'm not going to get super mad either way. But still, alright, best film.
Best film.
Oh, wow.
Of course.
What a surprise.
Who could guess it? The Demon Slayer movie.
I mean, okay. We like it. Yeah, it's good. But, I mean, it's not necessarily like, oh my goodness, this is great.
Well, a lot of these movies I haven't seen.
No, yeah. We've seen Evangelion. That's pretty much the only one. I heard Words Bubble Up Like Soda Pop.
I did see that one. I did see that one. It was good, but definitely not the best film. Definitely not better than Evangelion. I heard there was a really good
film or anime or some anime movie that came out that was really odd and really weird and stuff. But
Billy.
I've heard good things about these. But
this one I've seen somewhere because it's Bones.
No, yeah, it's Bones. I know Bones. But still, Evangelion 3.0, 1.0. We thought that was good, but it wasn't enough for me to say, oh, this is the greatest movie of the year.
I honestly, out of these, from the ones I've seen, I do think Demon Slayer is the best one.
Definitely,
but it's kind of the normie pick.
It's good,
but it's still probably the best one.
It's good, but it's just because it doesn't have as much competition.
Yeah.
Okay, best comedy goes to Komi-san Can't Communicate. Okay, I mean, I'm okay with this one, but it still is tough because Komi-san never made me laugh out loud. I was just that was kind of funny.
I haven't seen Kobayashi or this one. I've heard about this one.
I've heard that one, but apparently the joke is just, haha, he's old and does not like kids. Funny.
All right. And I don't know. I've never heard of this one. Heaven's Design Team.
No.
But Nagatoro, I don't think that's a top tier comedy.
Komi-san is definitely funnier than that, but at the end of the day, I mean,
I don't think either of them are really that funny.
Odd Taxi is pretty funny.
I think Odd Taxi was the funniest one, which I saw people talking in the forums on Mail about why is Odd Taxi a nominee? It's not a comedy. But I'm like, I mean, it's not really a comedy, but neither is these other ones. They just include comedy elements.
Yeah, I mean, and to be fair, Odd Taxi didn't really make me laugh like, oh my gosh, this is the funniest thing ever.
It's not like a laugh out loud, but it's like, oh, that was humorous. That was clever.
Yeah,
that was kind of thing.
That was good.
And it's funny because it's has interesting character interactions.
Yeah.
More than
Lord, that was a
screaming joke.
Like Kaguya-sama would get. But as for that, I'm okay with that. It's just I think I should have gone to Odd Taxi.
Yeah.
Best fantasy.
Fantasy.
Slime! Oh awesome. My goodness. We haven't seen Slime, but for me, I always I don't know, it felt like To Your Eternity or Ranking of Kings should have won.
It's like, again. I mean, Slime never seemed to be that amazing to me, to beat out some of these other shows. Let's see, what does it have on MAL? I'm curious.
Yeah, it's part 2.
Here we go. It's this one. 8.3. So Must be
good,
like it must be at least pretty decent.
But to me, Slime always seemed like it had a pretty generic fantasy world.
Yeah.
Whereas
we haven't seen it, by the way. But
no,
we've
yeah,
heard
so we
about
can't. I can't say, oh my gosh, I'm really angry that this lost. I don't know.
There's a lot of good shows on here though, like To Your Eternity and Ranking of Kings, and Mushoku Tensei is apparently also really good.
Yeah. Wonder Egg Priority. We don't know about that one.
It was alright.
Yeah.
But Sam, I haven't seen Ranking of Kings, but Sam did.
And I think it's
do you think it's the best one?
I think the best fantasy, there's a difference between best fantasy and best fantasy world. And to be honest, Ranking of Kings has a pretty standard fantasy world, but it uses that really well.
To Your Eternity, I would say, well, it's just best fantasy. So if it's a fantasy and it's the best one, I would think that would be the best.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's why I would have to give it to Ranking of Kings. But again,
To Your Eternity is also really good. And it's a really original too, which is something
pretty original,
I
and the world is definitely different.
But it got worse as it went along, like near the end.
Yeah, near
wasn't
the end,
nearly as good, but it was still a good show.
Yeah. Okay,
all right,
best
action.
Oh, our favorite anime. Our favorite anime, Jujutsu Kaisen.
We made a video on Jujutsu Kaisen a while back. It got taken down because of copyright or whatever.
But still, we don't like Jujutsu Kaisen that much.
Yeah,
and so
it's all right.
The best action out of these. Now, to be honest, I've only seen Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, and Jujutsu Kaisen. I know that sounds really extremely normie, but still, those are the only ones that got nominated for that. Now, Vivi, you've recently seen Vivi. So.
Yeah, I saw Vivi. I guess it's best, like the best show that is an action show. I
think it's mainly just going for best action in general.
Which one has the best fights and best action? I think that's the Demon Slayer movie.
Yeah, I definitely have to say that.
I think that has the best.
I mean, yeah, sure. Jujutsu Kaisen Part 2 is technically a show, but at the end of the day, the Demon Slayer movie does end up as 7 episodes.
Yeah, that's...
And the core 2 for Jujutsu Kaisen.
The Mugen Train arc, which is like the TV version. I haven't seen it, but I'm assuming that it's like the same as the
exact same
as the movie.
Yeah, so I could definitely... I don't know. I'd personally just give it to the Demon Slayer one, because Jujutsu Kaisen, it says best action, and let's say we're just talking about best fight scenes. Demon Slayer had the animation, but the thing Jujutsu Kaisen didn't have was emotion.
Yeah, like...
That's the one thing it lacks.
I'm sorry, but I didn't really... It had amazing animation, fights looked cool, but I didn't really care about any of the characters in Jujutsu Kaisen.
I really don't.
I wasn't really very invested in the story or anything like that, so... That's and especially Core 2. I think Core 2 is even worse.
Oh yeah, than Part 1. Yeah.
So I don't really.
Now as for Vivi, what do you think about Vivi? So Vivi,
it was certainly
it was good.
It was certainly really good, but I think Demon Slayer had more emotion in its fights.
Yeah.
And if there was, the animation was still probably better, even though Vivi is a really good animated.
Yeah.
But this movie is like amazingly animated.
Yeah.
So.
Now Final Season Part 1. It has great emotion, but the animation was just not there.
And even then, the emotion really comes later, like in Part 2 in the manga. So I'd say, and the animation wasn't there. So yeah, I would say Demon Slayer movie.
So screw that. Best drama. To Your Eternity. Okay, I could be happy with this.
Yeah.
I think Odd Taxi should have won, because it felt like more of a drama to me. But again, I haven't seen all of these.
Yeah.
But I did see To Your Eternity.
Yeah. I haven't seen... Kageki Shoujo and 86, but Fruits Basket is like in the 9s category.
Yeah, I've heard
now,
Fruits Basket, the final season was pretty good.
I need to watch that, but
To Your Eternity, I definitely did like To Your Eternity, and it was pretty drama filled. But
yeah, I would vote for Odd Taxi out of these, but To Your Eternity is, I think, a worthy choice.
Yeah, I'm glad it won something at least. Best romance.
I haven't seen
it, but I've heard good things about it.
Yeah.
Beastars, no thanks.
This is really not the best romance.
The Duke of Death and his maid.
Komi-san, there's really barely any romance in it. There's barely any
romance. That comes later on in the manga. I've read the manga.
And then Nagatoro, same deal.
Same deal as Komi-san. The romance isn't there yet.
Yeah.
We gotta wait a little bit. But I've heard that one's really good. I've heard it's like one of the ones where it actually takes it seriously instead of doing the stupid drama stuff where it's like, oh my gosh, I think my friend likes my boyfriend. Like apparently they legitimately are like, hey, do you like they straight up ask, hey, do you like
more
my
mature?
Boyfriend? Yeah, it's more mature and like they straight up like
that could be good.
Do stuff. So I've heard good
things.
And
then Fruits Basket too. I haven't seen that, but apparently it's really good.
Can't comment too much about that. Now, best fight scene goes to I mean, to be honest, the fight scene. Okay, yeah. What about this?
The competition isn't really that great.
So Boruto, nobody's voting for that.
Yeah, Boruto. Even Naruto fans hate Boruto.
Nobody's voting for that. The other one is Attack on Titan, Eren Yeager versus the Warhammer Titan. I mean, the animation was not there. Sorry about that.
Yeah. And even then
the fight was not that
like the fight
great.
Wasn't that amazing.
No.
Like it's just a standard fight in my opinion.
Yeah. Now this fight to me was just
this was even a more standard fight.
Yeah. No.
The winning fight is Yuji Itadori versus Ao Todo.
Yeah, here play the clip.
Besides the part where I don't know who the heck that is, well I know who Itadori is, but who the heck is Ao Todo and Hanami?
I have no idea, but I think Ao Todo is his friend. But yeah,
so,
we're looking at this clip.
This is retarded tree guy.
Yeah, we're looking at this clip, and the animation, to be frank, is stellar. It looks fantastic. Like, props to all the animators; they deserve a raise. But I don't care.
Yeah, like
I'm sorry.
When I watch that scene, I'm just like, wow, this is kind of dumb.
Yeah,
because
it's
just like this random tree guy just appears, and then it's supposed to be an epic fight.
No motivation,
but we have no connection. We don't know anything about him except that he's like has the dumbest backstory of all time, which is like
One Punch Man.
It's
levels.
like a stock One Punch Man villain.
It actually is because he's like, oh yeah, I fight for the sea, and that happened to One Punch Man.
Yeah.
And the Itadori is, to be honest, not that compelling of a protagonist. Literally, his motives are the exact same as every other shonen protagonist. Do good.
Yeah, do good, except he's like more confusing.
Yeah, he's more confusing.
I can't figure out what they want him to. His character to be.
And then the other guy is just like, he's the cool macho man who asks people their type.
He's like one of those side characters that people like, but he actually doesn't really have anything to him. Like, they have funny lines. There's always those side characters that have funny lines, and they're like, everyone likes them, but they don't have any like real personality.
Yeah, because he just is like, oh, what's your type? And so to be honest, what about who do you think should have won?
I think the Vivi fight should have won.
Okay,
I think that's the best one.
The animation
has emotion. I wouldn't say it's like a hyper emotional fight, but it has way more to it than some of these other fights. And it's really well animated, has good choreography, interesting story and stuff behind it. So yeah, I think it's pretty good.
Too bad this is stupid.
All right,
okay, best antagonist, Eren Yeager. Okay, so we can't go into manga spoilers, but we'll just say I don't necessarily agree with this, but I mean, to be honest, the competition isn't that fierce. I like Yano, but I mean, he's
barely in it.
He's more of a funny, funny side character.
He's not really like he's not really an intimidating villain.
He has such a great backstory. No, he raps everything and stuff like that, so it's kind of funny. Echidna in season 2 of ReZero is like really not necessarily.
I think she's a villain.
She's a villain, yeah.
I think she's the best one on here.
Probably, I'd think Kasaki Teta. He's good, but we gotta wait for more because he's the type of guy who he works from the shadows. Yeah, so that's why it's
Tokyo Revengers.
Yeah, and then Tokyo Revengers.
Tomoda Shigaraki. He's from My Hero Academia season 5. Yeah, he's all right.
He's okay.
I mean, his part was like the highlight of season 5 because the rest of season 5 was really bad. So, but it was still not a great not a great character. My favorite out of these would be Echidna.
Yeah, probably Echidna. Don't get us wrong. We like Eren, but we can't. We just don't. I
would
go
say
into it too much.
If you consider like the stuff that happens in part 2, he would be like a really good antagonist. But we don't know anything about his motives or anything about what he's doing in part 1.
So moving on. The best protagonist.
Yes!
Odokawa wins. Okay, great. All right, yep, happy with this one. This is the first one I would be like, yes, this is great. Now the competition was okay. I mean, we have Itadori, absolutely terrible. So no. Eren, Eren's good, but again, in part 1, he's really not there too much.
Yeah, he got nominated for both protagonist and antagonist.
I think that's kind of funny, but still at the end of the day, I'm like, I mean, he's good, but still, again, we gotta wait a little bit. Boji is good, but I feel like Odokawa's the more compelling character.
Yeah.
So we're happy with this because we love Odd Taxi.
And then Megalobox, haven't seen that.
Haven't seen that one, no.
Now
the best character design goes to Jujutsu Kaisen.
Best character design.
Now, to be honest, I really don't know about the competition. Like, Odd Taxi, the character design is cool, but at the end of the day, they're animals. Now, do we get into spoilers or no?
No, we don't. Let's not do spoilers.
Okay, but basically, for now, Odd Taxi, they're animals. We like Odd Taxi, but at the end of the day, I was just like, blown away.
From a character design perspective, they're pretty like stock animal characters.
Yeah,
really
that's what I'm
nothing
saying.
Amazing.
Now, Ranking of Kings, they're good, but really simplistic. It's supposed to look like a kid's book, so they're kind of simplistic and stuff like that. So I can see that. Vivi, I don't know about Vivi.
Yeah,
Vivi to me just seems like as people, just standard people.
I think the character designs were good, but yeah, as he says, they're pretty much just people in armor, or not really armor, but there's not much to say about them. They're mostly just people wearing normal clothes.
Yeah. So for now, Jujutsu Kaisen. Yeah, I mean.
And then Wonder Egg Priority, that was, I don't know. They're again kind of just people wearing regular clothes, except for like some parts, but even then, it's not much to say.
This category is very much one where I don't care as much. I just don't have much interest.
This one I haven't seen.
Skate the Infinity.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
All right.
Best director, yes, Odd Taxi. Let's go. Okay, yeah, we voted for Odd Taxi out of these because, to be honest, I've heard Sonny Boy is really cool and interesting and different.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it.
But Odd Taxi, it needs to win this because the direction is so unique.
Although I heard it's kind of like Serial Experiments Lane, which I don't really like. But we'll see.
But still, yeah, the direction for Odd Taxi is amazing.
Yeah,
I love it. It's great. It's really interesting, laid out, and the writing is solid, and the directing is also really good from there. So I'm glad Odd Taxi won Best Director.
Yeah, probably the best out of these.
Yep. I'm really glad. Okay, best score, Demon Slayer. I mean, yeah, sure. I'm not like, oh man, the scores for these shows were amazing, or they're not super memorable to me.
Yeah. I barely remember the score for Demon Slayer.
Another thing where I'm like, I'm just not really that invested.
Odd Taxi actually had
some pretty great bops,
really like
beeps and boops in there, but
yeah. It's hard to say because none of these scores really stood out that much to me. Again, Vivi was good, but it didn't really stand out to me. Honestly, my favorite out of these would probably be Odd Taxi.
Mine probably would be too.
It had the part when the I don't know, it's kind of spoilers, but when the taxi goes
and flies, we'll say that.
Yeah, we can say it flies. That part has a really good song, and that's like the only one of these that really stood out. And I kind
of recently rewatched it, kind of, sort of. We watched parts with my friend, and it had some pretty good parts, but again, it's not really one where I'm super passionate about this one. So,
Best Girl.
No! Why? Okay, so to be honest, we haven't really seen... the only other one I've seen is Komi. I've only seen Komi-san. That's the only other one I've seen.
But she's definitely better than this one.
Yeah, I was going to say, she's definitely way better than stupid Nobara Kugisaki.
She's alright. Nobara... I don't know.
Right.
I don't remember.
Bad character. I don't remember her.
I don't remember anything about her. She's like... Is that the one where she wants to get out of the country?
Yeah, she wanted to leave the country and stuff.
Wow, what an original idea.
Oh my, I've never seen that in any other high school anime. But again,
haven't seen 86 Fruits Basket or Kageki Shoujo, so I don't know.
And Wonder Egg Priority is just kind of
that doesn't.
Wonder Egg Priority was nominated for a lot of these that it shouldn't have won. Alright, Best Boy, let's do this.
Best Boy.
Yes, Boji! Okay, I'm glad Boji won, because out of these, I've seen every single one besides Dr. Stone and Horiyama. And I butchered that, but still, I've seen every one of these besides that, and yeah, I definitely say Boji is the best. The Tokyo Revenger ones, they're really cool, but I wouldn't say they're necessarily best boy because Boji is the protagonist, and Boji is just a really great character, and I think he's really good. I would have given it to Odokawa, but I think Boji's really good too, and I'm glad he already won best protagonist, so. Odokawa is not someone I think of best boy.
All right.
He's just the best protagonist.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of these, so I don't have that much to say.
But it's pretty good. Okay, best ending. Demon Slayer. Don't even remember
I don't even remember it. But you know what should have won was Attack on Titan final season part 1.
Yeah, because that was a really great ending.
That was one of the best endings I've ever seen. Honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
One
it
of
was
my
really
favorites.
great. I love it. Yeah, part 1 and part 2's ending were really great.
And also, Beastars was really good. I think that was probably better than Demon Slayer 2 because I actually remember it.
Yeah, as you say, we remember it, so. But, I mean, I'm not super mad about that.
Yeah.
All right, best opening goes to Attack on Titan. Yeah, I'm
was
good
pretty
with that.
good.
I'm good with that.
Although,
Odd Taxi should have probably won. I really like Odd Taxis. Tokyo Revengers is also really good. Mm-hmm. Against half of this comes down to personal preference.
And again, Beastars is also really good.
Yeah.
And so is Jujutsu Kaisen.
Well, the second one wasn't as good in my opinion.
Yeah, it wasn't as good, but it was still pretty good.
It literally has, like, every, like, shonen opening, like...
Yeah,
standard thing, like, oh, people walking, people fighting air, people looking outside the train or whatever. Yeah. So the visuals were not that great for me. But... half of this comes down to personal preference in terms of music. Yeah. So that's why it's
Attack on Titan. Let's see. It's hard to say, but Attack on Titan, I think that...
I did like the opening,
I liked the visuals, and the song was alright.
I like the song for this one, actually.
I like it, but it wasn't... I didn't think it was particularly
compared to other
amazing.
Attack on Titan ones, it's not as good.
And then, I think Kaibutsu, the Beastars one, was really good. And Odd Taxi.
But
out of these, really probably good. Odd Taxi was the best. But I haven't listened to the Beastars one in a while, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'd have to give it to Odd Taxi, but I think Attack on Titan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that it won.
Odd Taxi was like less. I guess
hype.
Not hype. It was very calm.
Chill. Yeah. Okay, best animation. Yeah, that.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
No fights for me there. It's really good animation.
I haven't seen Mushoku, but I've
heard
it's really good.
Is also really good, but I mean, Demon Slayer, it's a movie, so unfortunately, it's like I feel like they kind of should have removed it from here.
Well, it's the Mugen Train arc, which is the
but technically
show.
That's just the movie split up into 7 episodes. So, but I mean, I can't really complain. The Demon Slayer movie had really, really, really good animation. So
yeah.
Okay, now on to the best anime of the year.
And it's Attack on Titan.
Now, to be honest, if Odd Taxi wasn't on here, I'd probably be like, okay, yeah, sure. But the Odd Taxi's on here, so
yeah. Well, what about Ranking of Kings wasn't even finished.
It's not finished. I don't think they should have put that on there. But
but Odd Taxi, Kaisen, I think it was the best.
Yeah, I think Odd Taxi was definitely my favorite. Attack on Titan first season part 1 is pretty good, but it's nothing beyond that, and it's mostly set up for what we're going through right now. Now, if they had part 2, yeah, I'd vote for that, sure, but it's not on here, so. Mm-hmm. Even then, we definitely vote for Odd Taxi, but I'm just glad at least Attack on Titan won and not Jujutsu Kaisen and 86 and all them. So
if Jujutsu Kaisen won, that would be really depressing.
Oh my gosh, because then they would have won 2 years in a row. Oh no. So I'm glad something beat it.
Yeah.
Even if it wasn't Odd Taxi. So those are our thoughts on the Anime of the Year 2022 winners.
Yep.
And everything like that. If you like the video, subscribe.
Yeah.
All the YouTube
next
stuff.
time, if we do this again, we got to actually watch.
We're gonna watch these shows. Yep, we're gonna watch all of these.
Because we realized when we looked at the votes, we're like, dang, we haven't seen these shows. We need to watch these. But
we still seen enough of them. We were like, yeah. But anyway,
all right.
Hope you enjoyed. Bye.